I'd like to call to order the Westlake Education Advisory Board meeting of Thursday. It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday,
No,
Thursday, September 11th, that I don't forget, 2024. At 6:45. And I'd like to move that we have a roll call.
okay. Board Member Christian Upia. Alternate Board Member Tompkins.
Present.
Board Member Lexima.
Present.
Board Member Ferlizzi is absent. Vice Chair Barron absent. Chair Kaplan.
Present.
We have a quorum.
I'd like to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now I'd like to move on to the approval of agenda, and I'd like to call for a motion to approve the agenda.
I motion to approve the agenda.
Second that motion.
Can we have any discussion? Do we need any discussion?
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and do roll call. Board Member Christian Upia. Board Member Lexima.
Yes.
Alternate Board Member Tompkins.
Yes.
Chair Kaplan.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
I think there were some changes on the agenda from when it was originally submitted. So I appreciate that the changes were made, but I guess my understanding was that once it went out, we couldn't change it, but I guess that's not true.
No, if there's changes, you can,
We
you
can
can make revisions. Mhm.
That's good to know, because everything changes like the last
Mhm.
minute. And also, we were supposed to have Marcia Andrews here. I called and spoke with her. I know that I had told everybody that this would be a short meeting because we really wanted to focus on what happened when we went out to the area restaurants. And I thought we needed more time. And that's because this meeting followed another meeting and I didn't want to make it too late. So I said to Marcia Andrews, so once we decide on the next meeting, we'll let her know right away and she'll bring those people with her that she had talked about, that were talking about zoning and the new elementary school.
Well, I remember the last meeting, we said we were gonna try to push that to October. And then from my understanding, it was told that we were gonna get availability for the lodge date and then we would choose from there. But I think the notes indicated the opposite, where we were supposed to provide the notes and then after the meeting, they were gonna confirm it was available. So I
Yeah.
would really like for that to get on because again, as I said the last meeting, we're gonna run out of time.
Okay, but I think we're gonna have to have another meeting before that meeting.
And what's that meeting gonna be?
That meeting is the meeting that you were talking about. We bring in the school board.
Yeah, that's what I'm
people.
talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me, Chair Kaplan. Can we just stick to the agenda and then you guys can go ahead and discuss like next meeting
Okay.
dates and things like that? Thank you.
We have to approve the minutes from the last one.
I think we did that. Okay, let's look at unfinished business, I think.
So we,
We have to approve the agenda?
No, you did agenda.
Yeah.
So we just have to do minutes now, I think.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the Educational Advisory Board from our last meeting on,
Chair Kaplan, you would have to call for someone to make a motion and someone to second it.
okay, I just want to make sure I have the date right. Is this the right piece of paper? Oh, no, these are the minutes.
Oh, yeah, I think yours wasn't stapled, that's why. Here.
That's,
Yeah, that's why. Here you go. This is the date that we have the next one.
August, call for a motion for the minutes of the Educational Advisory Board meeting on Thursday, August 7th, 2025 at 6 PM. You make a motion?
Okay, yeah, I call for a motion to approve those minutes.
I second the motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion by, sorry,
Crystal.
Board Member Lexima, second by alternate Board Member Tompkins. Roll call. Board Member Lexima,
Yes.
alternate Tompkins,
Yes.
Chair Kaplan,
Yes.
Board Member Christian Upia.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
And now the next item is the unfinished business. Is there any discussion on the minutes, or is that because we already passed on it, we can't discuss it?
Correct. You guys already approved the minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The unfinished business, and I think the reason that we called this meeting, which is another interim meeting, is because we all wanted to share what we learned as we went out to the restaurants in the area about,
Excuse me, Chair Kaplan. So that's technically under new business. Yes, so you guys may discuss the items under new business.
okay, so that's new business. But it's still the same thing. We wanted to talk about the dates, the times, the funding amounts, and the piece that's not on there is how we're gonna market this, how we're gonna outreach to get people to these events. There's been a lot more similar kinds of activities going on recently, and I don't know if you folks got any feedback that yet there was another group coming to them. Did you hear any of that? So why don't we start discussing what you found? Who wants to start?
I can start.
Okay.
I didn't get that feedback. I was with Starbucks and Carmela Coffee. I did not get to successfully speak with anybody with Starbucks yet. But Carmela, the owner, was in and out, so I didn't get a chance to speak with him. I spoke to the manager there. She was fine. She didn't seem to say that there would be any issues. She gave me the owner's direct contact, and then I can contact him if I can't get in contact with him. She said the grand opening for the location here is November. So
Oh,
I
it's
know
not
it's,
until November.
Yeah.
Okay.
but I mean, the demeanor was very welcoming.
All right.
Even shut down.
Yeah. I hope that's really their opening date. It sounds like most of them have gone even a little bit later than that. And Starbucks, there wasn't anybody that you could talk to
No,
there?
I think I just get there too late every day.
Uh,
The 2 times I went.
Really?
Yeah.
They all go
I think
home?
she's there because I usually see her, when I used to see her, the franchise owner, it was when I was there at like 6:30 in the morning. So I think I just have to go early.
Does she come in? Is she there?
She can serve my coffee.
Oh, okay, you know, maybe you can call her.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't really have one yet on the books there, right?
No.
Okay,
Not for my 2.
okay.
Same, KFC was receptive, and I did some outside research, and KFC as like just a business model, they do have a website that they use for this kind of thing. But I didn't want to just like go and sign up and just like request a date, like I wanted to like go first and speak to someone. So I spoke to the manager there, and he's gonna reach out to, I think, the franchise owner maybe, and get back to me. I did speak to one of the, I'm gonna say he called himself like the partner, one of his partners
Okay,
at Marco's Pizza, and he said he was gonna talk to the other partner. I was able to catch them while they were there. Both places seem receptive and like honestly open to it. It's just more about, I think, like figuring out the details. Marco's Pizza seemed a little surprised and was like more about like what date. And so I just let them know this is a collaborative effort and we can work together to pick a date that works well for them and works well for us. Cause we
right.
mentioned before how we don't want all of them to be at once, and it sounds like we may already have a yes from another business, so we can pick
That,
out.
that already went there, you mean?
No, just based on the minutes from last meeting, the Brewskis. So I just let them
Yeah,
know
I've
that
been-
we'll talk. They'll be in communication with me. If they don't reach out to me the next week, I'm just gonna happily show back up.
Mhm, okay. What are you finding is the best time to go to these places?
I went around 3:30. I got lucky, like I have flexibility in my schedule.
So we're gonna send you over at rush hour too.
I'm going at 6:30 AM.
Gentlemen, Chris?
Yes, yes. I've spoken to several people. I think I spoke to Zoe about this and we want to bring it up to you. I'm actually listed as a alternative member, so I don't know if I'm authorized to go out to these places and talk to them because of the legality, the regulations and all of that of not being that person. So that was kind of what I was going back and forth with this week, trying to find out where I fit because I actually should, have to be in the other role. And I don't want to go out and speak to these managers and have to explain or, walk them through how we're fixed, where we're put together and, who should be here and those kind of things.
I think we talked a little bit about that the last time,
Right.
but I know from talking with Greg about this, he said that you're considered like a regular member of the committee. The only thing that he said you can't do is vote.
Well, that's what we need to talk about. Because Zoe has some background on that. I don't want to speak for her.
Just to provide a little clarification, he is listed as an alternate board member. Generally, it is to fill in when a board member is absent. He's been filling in for who was it? Generally, well, tonight, there's two board members that are down. So he's filling in so that you can meet as for a quorum. He's fulfilling that in that capacity. So for him to be able to go out to businesses, it wouldn't make sense to do so because generally he wouldn't necessarily be sitting on the board if all members were present. So right now we have to do a little more research because one of our board members is not fulfilling the duties that's required in our ordinance.
Okay, so we better talk to Greg, because I think Greg sees otherwise, because I got my information from him.
I will discuss,
Yeah.
I can discuss
had
further with
asked
him.
those kinds of questions.
I can discuss further with him, but generally he would not be sitting here contributing in the manner that he is right now.
I asked if he could come to all the meetings, if he wanted to.
And he would in a normal capacity, he can come in and join in for any meeting, but he wouldn't be participating in the
He wouldn't
normal
be
capacity
participating.
as
Okay.
you all participate.
So his purpose is more so to meet quorum.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And
Alright.
Should a member not be able to fulfill their duties, then he would step
we
in.
didn't have enough people to go out, or let's say we assigned restaurants to a member and they weren't fulfilling those duties, would that be the case or no? It's just if they just were.
That I would have to talk to legal about.
Yeah,
Right.
because we've had some people missing.
But then
Yeah.
that's also where we have to also look at our ordinance and make sure that they're fulfilling those duties. Because
Right.
if not, they would need to step down and then he would be a regular member.
See, that's the part.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I can share, I think, what I've shared with you before. I went to Jabrewski's with Greg, I think before the last meeting, and they were very receptive. So for them, they're just waiting for a date. So do we want to talk about a date for them? I know that the last group that I saw that was going there was the group that's running a masquerade ball here for that a cancer fund. And they had it set up at Jabrewski's, but I think the date already passed. I can double check on that, but would you want to set up a date with them? I think they're ready to go.
Yeah, would you be able to, since you've already been in communication with them, just set up the date and then go from there?
Right. Yeah. Okay, and the same is true of Lewis Prime. We also went in there and they were also receptive. Now, I think there might be a little bit of a menu alteration. They put in their weekly menu. I don't know how many of you see that or signed up for it. They have like 3 meals that are specials. I don't know if those 3 meals would appeal to the families or not. But I could talk to them about that. Maybe there would be something in particular in addition that they could add to those specials on that week.
Are you saying that for the fundraising night, families would only be able to select from the special menu, not the regular
No,
menu.
they can go with the regular menu.
Oh, you're just saying in addition, something
Yeah.
to like draw people
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, the regular menu is expensive. Yeah, as compared to some of these other places. So we could conceivably pick dates for both those situations.
Cool. I say go
Should
for
we
it.
do it? When do you want to start? And what day of the week do you think is better? My personal opinion is the beginning of the week is not the greatest,
They don't
especially
usually do
Monday.
weekends. They don't usually do
Do,
weekends.
no,
I
But like-
would like to say Thursday.
Thursday, I think that,
Thursday is a good going into Friday.
yeah,
It would be a good day, that Thursday.
okay. Moving my papers here, yeah.
I know Jabrewski has their own promotions on Monday and Tuesday, so
Yeah, they'll probably-
Wednesdays and Thursdays are probably better for.
So I know that other schools have done Mondays and
Yeah.
you have to wait till public comments. Sorry.
Okay,
But just remember.
so Wednesday and Thursday. So we want to do one in October?
Are these, what times of the day are we talking about? If it's
Well,
on
that's
Wednesday or
what we
Thursday?
discussed.
No, I'm saying, is it like at 12 noon to 4 or something, you know, what?
No, I think from what my experience was when we talked to them and what I've seen, it's usually dinner.
Okay, okay,
Because the,
I agree
you know,
with
the
it.
students are in school, so we want to try to get their families
Okay.
to come.
Right, right.
So I'm thinking usually like what,
Do
5:30
you-
to,
Do we want to look at, this is just background, do we want to look at, what time they get out of school? And is this a location that students flock to as soon as school is over?
So I know that in my experience,
Yeah.
the restaurants typically have a window
Okay,
that they do this promotion for. So
that's what I'm saying.
honestly, you're gonna contact them and just say, all right, we're ready to set a date. They're probably gonna tell you the dates, to be
Okay.
honest with you. We
Great.
just gotta hope we're all available.
well, they might ask for a suggestion. So let me ask you this. What do you think about if they ask for a time frame? Like it's 2 hours enough or 5:30 to 7:30 or 5:30 to 8 or what do you think?
I think 5:30 to 8. People get up for work at 5, they might not be able to get there at 5:30.
I'm thinking a 3 to 4 hour window.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Really?
somebody-
You are? Yeah?
Well, the reason is because a lot of people are driving far.
Mm-hmm.
They work a lot further. They work in, they have to drive far to get back here. So want to give them a little bit extra time. 3 to 4 hour window,
5:30 to 8:30?
something like that. Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think too many families are gonna want to go out to dinner too late. But maybe the parents want to go, you know,
Yeah, we
so,
can always suggest it and then they'll tell us. I just know when I did it for Autism Speaks a few years back,
uh-huh,
the rebuttal was usually, especially for like businesses that do make a lot of money on certain nights, they're
Right.
gonna wanna push it for their slower nights so that they're making money on their slow nights. So in my experience, they usually have set days, times, windows, but we might be able to.
yeah, they were waiting for the date and time from me, so I think you're right. Some of them might be more flexible
Yeah.
than others, maybe
Yeah.
some of them aren't,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd hate to have them push us to the night that's not busy.
That's
You
usually
know?
what they'll do, is they make
Yeah.
money. It's their business decision, because the proceeds are coming to us. So on top of that, they're already making less money
Yeah.
on a slow night.
If they're smart, they'll push us to the slow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anybody happens to ask, that money has to go directly to the schools, like what we did with, Golden Grove Elementary. You know, check was cut for them to have. Can you tell us what you found even? Can you tell us what he found? Because he went out even though he didn't, he can't.
I didn't actually go to those locations
Oh, yeah.
because I wanted to get this piece right
All right,
first, because I didn't want us to take us into the.
okay. All right, so what about Lewis Prime? Same time?
Yeah.
And should we do more than one a month?
No, we just
No.
brought it up.
All right. So we should do one in October, November?
Yeah, one thing for November.
Not too close to Thanksgiving, right?
No. Maybe the first.
So something be through the week of the like,
3rd and 10th.
yeah. Well, that's gonna get kind of close maybe to the other one. I'm thinking to push it up a little further.
Sure. Last week of October, first week of November.
Yeah. So like the 12th. The 12th and 13th.
Sure.
Yeah.
You say 12th and 13th of November?
Pardon me?
You said 12th, 13th of November?
Yeah, that's the Wednesday and Thursday.
Why do y'all say
I've got it right.
12? Okay, when's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is,
26th, 27th, that next week? Thursday?
yeah, Thursday, the 27th.
What about a week before? People are already in the spirit, right? They're out shopping, right? Grabbing food, eating out, getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I think a week before be better. Right before Thanksgiving.
Well, if we're gonna play that card, then
Okay.
I think if
Okay.
people are already spending money for the holidays,
Been buying this.
Lewis might be a little too much, so we could just like flip it. Jabrewski's could be November, Lewis Crown could be October.
Whatever.
Let's see what
I'm
they-
just saying a week before Thanksgiving, I think that's all.
What do you think about the date in November? I personally think 2 weeks before.
Okay.
I think we can offer them.
Yeah, I would just throw the week range out there and just let them.
See what they say. Okay. So now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the marketing and the outreach and how, if you've experienced this before, how have you got the word out? And do we want to make multiple copies of this
We should definitely have a
To-
flyer.
I think this was the flyer. Is this the one you did for us?
Yes, we have to customize them.
Okay.
That one was the approved one by the city council. So we would just have to customize it for each restaurant. Once they've confirmed, we'll customize it with the date, the restaurant name.
I did talk with Robin Johnson, who's the lifestyle director here, because I wanted to see if we could put flyers in the adventure park. And she said she thought we could.
They have a new fancy TV screen too by the pool.
Mhm.
That has
Oh,
all
they
our
do?
upcoming
I
events,
haven't
so-
been in there, yeah. Okay, so,
I definitely think digital will be the most effective.
in what ways? Through
Yeah.
the email blast to
Social
all
media.
of Westlake?
Yeah.
Are we able to
social
post
media,
on
email.
Facebook? As one method.
As you're doing this at the pleasure of council, that was not part of the initial discussion. It was with the flyers and actually handing them out to people. So even asking the lodge to post them would have to be taken back to
thought that was
council
the
for
letter, though.
approval.
I thought the letter was for printing and handing out.
And the flyer as well.
Interesting.
So
The
we would have,
flyer didn't go to them?
the flyer,
But I guess
it was approved,
It was approved as a printed
correct?
item.
Because remember, if you're approaching the lodge or you're giving it to anyone else, you're doing it at the pleasure of the city council. So they would need to give
just
their
think this-
approval.
Just keeps delaying everything. There's a
Just have
difference
to be more-
between the
yeah.
electronic and the,
Yes,
and
we
the
have to
paper.
specify.
All right. We'll put it on the next, that's gonna push things up even further now, because then that meeting is not until the first Tuesday of October.
All right.
Okay.
While we're talking about it then, do we need to get approval to have it like be a backpack letter at the schools or like the schools give it out? Can we have the schools give it out?
Well, that's paper, and paper was
That's
approved,
paper.
so I would assume so. Yeah, as long as it's paper.
Okay.
All right, so that's a lot of paper. To the Paper Reduction Act, yeah. All right. Where is? I keep losing the paper with them.
I think in order, if I may, Chair Kaplan, I think that might be something you would want to approach the actual schools and the principals to determine how you would do that. This might be an item that you might wish to maybe even table. You have a principal in the audience that might be able to give you a little more feedback on how to proceed with the schools if you like.
Yeah, well, I think we have each person assigned to a school. So, I think they should talk with them about too, what, what would be the best way to do it. But yeah, I'd love to hear from.
Right. So you might just want to wait till public comment to see how to proceed further with the principals.
Absolutely. Thank you. Where's the copy? Let's fix it.
Of the
It's not
agenda?
printed, so, it's times and funding amount. Oh, yes. What were did people
I think of the
give a
letter.
different amount? Was it generally 10%?
No, I don't think anyone here has been successful at speaking with anybody yet. So there's no.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, we gotta get a little more aggressive on this to get it moving. Right?
yes.
Okay. Plus now we're missing 2 people, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem. And does everybody know the school that they have? Okay. All right, the other item that was, can we have comments on this now? Or should we wait till the other agenda is, or?
Yeah, I think you have to go through the whatever this one is, the
Yeah,
Comcast.
okay.
And then we can.
I happened to read an article a couple of weeks ago. I forget where it was. Maybe somebody else in the audience remembers. I did talk to Greg about this, and I guess Comcast is going to make a more significant presence in the area. They're going to give options to people that they can change from what they have. I'm not sure exactly what other people have. I know in Crestwind, we have AT&T.
Yeah.
And while I was reading it, I noticed that they have a 501(c)(3) and they have a foundation. I also happen to know the woman who is over this region. She's like the outreach person. And, I thought it might be interesting to talk with her and see what she might think about, collaborating with us on some of the needs of the schools. So now we're talking a little bit beyond the restaurants and talking about some of the businesses. So we probably would have to go back to the council about that, but I don't know. What do you think about that idea? I thought they'd be great. They got good money. They're looking to move into the area. I thought they'd be great for the high school, for the football board.
They're
You're the high school, right?
No, that's,
No.
Lisa.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Lisa.
Um,
Because she was gonna give us an idea of what the cost was. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even have a sense of what that might be.
so they're trying to do funding or they're trying to get business?
Comcast
Yeah.
is trying to get business with the people in the community to
Gotcha.
change to Comcast. Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know that they would. like,
Are you saying that they
donate for a
could be-
scoreboard because they're trying to take our money.
Well, this is what they do to kind of
Yeah.
endear themselves sometimes to the community.
So they could be
To
the
see that
sponsor.
they're involved, they would be the sponsor.
Instead of alpaca, it would say Comcast.
Yeah, and I don't know what the story is with alpaca.
Okay.
And how long their required need is to have, that up there. But that's only a small part of the board. If you look at the board, it's like one little row underneath. I mean, this would change the whole look of that. I thought that's what they said they wanted. But we'll have to talk to Lisa about that.
That's,
What do you think about the idea, though?
Always worth it.
Nick can say no?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the council with it if you don't feel it's something that's worthwhile doing.
it
Well, I
sounds like
think-
from what Lisa was saying, that the principal would really like a new scoreboard, so.
Right.
I think it's definitely viable. There's no question about it. Oh, I can't see any school turning down some extra help through some sponsorship.
Right.
They're always trying to make connections like that in the community.
Okay. Can we do public comments now? We have to adjourn the meeting or?
No, we can go ahead and move to public comments. Are you guys done discussing these two items?
Are we allowed to do, like, board member comments too, or did the board member comments have to only
Oh,
be
that's right.
based off of the new business?
No, you guys can do board member comments, reports, and updates right now.
Okay, so it depends, what order would you like to do? Would you like to do public comments or have us?
I would say board members, if you have any comments or anything new that you want to bring.
I just really want to pick a date for the school board to come out. That's all.
Yeah, so,
Well, then, there you go.
Okay.
yeah, so actually the order in the agenda is board member comments.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. It says it
Okay.
right here.
Yeah, I think that's like, honestly, that's like top on my
Okay.
importance because
Let's go.
again, like I said last meeting, I feel like we're gonna keep talking about it and then we're gonna miss the deadline to have the family. I mean, the families are already commenting on all the Palm Beach posts that are coming up about how Westlake School is next. And I
Okay.
just think the momentum is there right now on social media.
All
So
right.
let's seize
Okay.
the moment. Let's try to get all the families. I will go door to door if I have to invite people to these meetings. The concerns are traffic. What programs are they gonna have? People in Sky Cove are concerned about it having a 2-story library looking into their backyards. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. I went to Saddleview today.
Oh, you
for
did?
work. Yes, I went for
Oh,
work.
Okay.
It's a beautiful campus. And so, it's exciting that that's something that's gonna come here, but, I can see where a lot of parents are gonna have, myself included, are gonna have a lot of input. So if we could, the earlier, the better. We can get a meeting set where we could set dates now that we provide to, Odette, right? Yes, that we provide to Odette. That way she can confirm what's available and we just get that out there like now.
All right, I've already been working on that. I spoke to Robin Johnson last week, about a couple of other things, and we need a facility. So the facility that we need is probably something here.
Well, yeah, that's what we had said. We had said that in order for us to use this, we have to select date, make sure there's no conflicts, and then get it approved because we have to pay for it.
Right. So
So,
she said I said to her that I think the good time would be sometime around mid-October. But she was going to look to see what was available and what she could do for us at a good price.
So if I can actually just interject right here, we've actually been in contact with Robin. She's giving us the date of October 9th,
Oh, she gave
6
you a-
PM. That kind of works for you guys. If you guys think would be, yeah,
That's kind of early, especially for me.
okay.
Only because I had told Greg I'm gonna be away through the 8th, I think it is.
Okay, not a problem. So then you guys would kind of troubleshoot between you guys, give us a couple of dates and we'll,
Oh, so she called and she give you a price?
If I may.
Yes.
It's staff's duty to reach out to the lodge because again, it's a city function. So if you'll just give staff a couple of dates that you would be able to meet, we'll reach out to the lodge and confirm with the board and then do the proper notices that are needed.
Okay, is the funding for it gonna be a problem, do you think?
We've already gotten approval to have a meeting in October, which is why we were proactive in trying to determine their availability, which is the 9th. So you guys are okay for October to have a meeting?
Yeah. I was saying it's gonna take a while to get this information out. Yeah, I was thinking sometime around the 15th of.
Yeah, can we agree to be the week after the 9th and 8th? Cause I'll be out
I'm
on
fine
the
with
9th.
that.
You'll be out on the 8th and I'm looking at
I'll be on the
15th.
9th, so
15th, you'll be out the 15th?
the 9th. I'm free the rest.
Right,
rest of the
well, I'm saying we're out pretty much, me
Yeah.
also.
Okay.
So I'm saying to try to go with the 15th or the 16th as those dates.
Yeah,
That'll be the following week.
Now,
Sounds like it'll be
if
good.
those aren't available, are you guys available the following Wednesday and Thursday as well?
Yes,
yeah, I can.
Yes.
Give them like
Get
3
out,
weeks worth
yeah.
of dates.
yeah, so we'll be able to solicit to them 3 weeks of certain dates on Wednesday and Thursday, and then they can choose from those.
Only thing is,
Yes.
I feel, and we'll wait for public comments, but I feel like
Okay.
there's a lot of trunk or treats.
Yes.
So
There's
we
a
have
lot of what?
trunk or treat events at
Halloween.
schools for Halloween. So we just kind of, or fall festivals. So maybe for public comments, we see,
Okay.
Well,
see if a random attendee would like to.
and who's all, can we state again, who's all invited to that meeting too?
So the meeting is going to be, we're going to invite the zoning committee,
Okay,
superintendents, all of the people that they gave us.
Okay.
I would like to invite Saddle View's principal,
okay,
whoever else wants to come on behalf of Saddle View to discuss their experience.
okay,
I'd like to invite whoever their PTO or PTA president is
okay, check,
to see what they had to do,
Right.
to get all of their demands.
right.
And then us, the
Is
families.
it somebody from Marcia
Well, the
Andrews?
school district, yeah, we definitely need.
From-
Right, yeah.
to
Okay,
get the
I'm just trying to get a little roll call, so we all the same.
Multiple,
Okay.
contacts.
Okay, so-
By literally everybody listed from the last meeting,
Now,
because we had finalized that list.
okay, now that list of people, that roll call you want, how do we get the information to communicate to them to say, hey, we're looking at these dates, you know what I'm saying?
Don't-
Kind of give them a little heads up.
Right. That's a good question, because now it sounds like we can't communicate.
No, after we solidify, we just need to go back and let them know.
Admin has to do it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So once we've determined a date amongst the board, then we would formally, send an invitation to join us, and we would give them a time frame, like a 10-minute presentation, a 15-minute presentation. You're inviting them in, but what is it that you want them to do? What is it you want them to speak about? So that's what needs to be determined so that we can properly invite them and request their presence.
So that's why I was trying to bring up, some thought has to be put into the letter of what you're inviting them to do, how long they're gonna have a presentation, what we would like them to talk about and give them a time, and then what is the amount of time that our meeting is gonna run. We don't want to keep them all night with a 2-hour meeting.
Right.
So maybe, some of them can present at the same time, those kind of things like that, and give them maybe, 3 to 5 minutes just to give us a quick overview, one picture, one slide or something like that, because people like pictures and they like conversation. But we really need to be descriptive about what we're asking these individuals to do.
And I think the way we can do that too is we would write whatever the body of the email is, send it to admin,
Yes,
then also add in there the concerns of the people of Westlake regarding
Okay.
the schools.
okay,
Then that would go to the respective party to come prepared with answers, if
Okay.
that makes sense. So like if we're concerned about zoning, put all the questions that we're hearing through word of mouth
right,
that are questions about traffic. We have to get someone from the county out here possibly to talk about what are your plans? Or
Wow.
again, Saddle View would probably be able to tell us
Right.
like, what did they do? Like today when I went, their car line route is phenomenal. Like most schools you go through, like you go through car line and you're stuck. You can't just go
Yeah.
back to the parking lot, or then you end up in a teacher parking lot, or you're in, like, it's just,
right.
theirs is just like, there's all these like lanes that weave in and out, and you'll never get stuck, like just little things like that. Like I feel like it would be nice. for us to
Sounds like
understand.
you're not gonna have a problem putting that letter together.
Well, I think I have offered to do it, but I would love, Crystal, if you would take care of that.
That's a question I have, because I don't
Okay.
understand the communication part.
Well,
Maybe just drafting a letter that we could look at.
But then who, I just send it to you.
right,
Well, we gotta look at it.
Confirm who you want to attend, just reach out to Odette, and then, but again, we need to know what are we asking them to
Right.
speak about. So, if that's a discussion that needs to be had amongst the board.
I
Have
can,
that
I
discussion
can,
now. What's the purpose of the meeting and what's the purpose of them attending?
look,
yeah,
Can we have
The-
this discussion now?
And also,
So
so I think we're on a time crunch.
yeah, one
Okay.
more time. dude.
That's the
When,
only-
can-
Go ahead.
then my question is, how do we have the discussion if it's not now? Because we want to get it for next month.
She's already said she was.
I would suggest that you go ahead and have a
Let's
conversation.
do it now, even though, okay.
Party that you want to invite.
I think we confirmed all of that, but that's my thing.
well, I think
Well,
it
they
was her
still have one.
ideas. I don't know that it was confirmed. I think we can certainly go broader, but yeah, it was the list that we just talked about, I think.
Well-
Oh, go ahead.
I think it would be helpful we should have someone, I think it's Mr. Sipple, who spoke to us last meeting about the zoning. So we should have that information available. It also would be helpful if we had, the person that's in charge of the programs, come and kind of describe some of the different programs that are available.
I left my notes, sorry.
Yeah,
That was the
thank-
one meeting that I wrote on hand,
Yeah.
by hand. But yes, we had all of the names. So we had
I
the
have
name of the
some
person who's in
notes on
charge of curriculum.
Yeah,
We had the name of the person who's in charge of the special education. We had the name of Mr. Sippel. Then he had given us someone that he works with that's a different part of art.
It's better that I think Marcia Andrews was gonna. bring
Yeah,
to the
I
meeting
forgot his
tonight.
name
Yeah.
too, but I have all of it written down. So I mean, to be honest, I know who
Okay.
we can contact because we went over it in detail and she also gave us the names. But if I can't find that note, then I'll probably have to reach out to the admin. Figure out something, but I think I know.
okay.
Well, I
This
can
is why-
I can call Marcia again and have her
Okay.
Yeah,
give
no,
us the list that she thought was, and then beyond,
Be awesome, actually.
um,
But she gave us a lot.
of
Like I
names.
said, I wrote them down in all of their departments.
Yeah, I wrote them down.
She was the one who recommended that we invite Saddleview
now,
principal.
my question is, if you put together a draft, letter and you got it over to the staff over there, is it okay that you would be able to send it back out to us and we would be able to, I mean, is that okay to do? To make changes to it?
Yes,
So that's what I'm saying. If we could just get a draft or boilerplate out
that's perfect.
and,
then
and
send it
you,
to them.
you're,
They
you're
send-
close in, it's 80% like we wanted. Everybody take a look at it, chop off on it and send it back. And then we got the final deal here.
But I don't think you guys can reply all.
No, you can't.
So
Yeah.
that's the only thing you
Yeah.
have.
No,
to
no,
keep in mind.
it's directly, it was
Well,
directly.
no, because a lot of times when they send it out to us, it's sent to us in a group.
No, but I said we send it back directly to her.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No accidental.
Right,
delay.
reply back and I reply all.
Right.
But I think, we need to limit the attendees also. I don't know how many people we just named, was that 5 people, but I think we need to like
It's a good one.
pare it down to like about 3 because if we can get Miss Andrews alone, she can cover a lot of ground. So I'm just saying, more bang for the buck if you do less.
Biggest concern.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to get you to. Right.
But I'm saying for traffic, no, isn't traffic the big one? What's another big concern that you guys are hearing?
We can
Zoning and.
save a lot. Well, construction of the school, right? What's school gonna look like, right?
Well, we know that already, because it's gonna be the blueprint of Southview.
You seen it though?
Yeah, I'll get there today.
You saw the blueprint?
Oh, the actual blueprint. No, he
Marcia was gonna set up a date for us to go there.
Well, I'm saying, you see what the new
I don't
school's
think
gonna look
they
like?
provide, I don't think they've done.
No, they're
all of
not
that
there
part
yet. no.
From what I can tell you, Scuttlebutt, it's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna even be a lot better than Saddlebrook. That's out right now.
Well, I think Mr. Sipple says that each time they build a school, if it's gonna be based off of the same floor plan, they're still gonna customize it to the.
Inside.
Right.
Things, but,
Right.
I think,
It's
We
the
have
same
to-
architecture.
yeah.
Right,
We
right.
still have to figure out what are the top 2. So do you think that features of the school is considered one of the top 2? Is that what you're saying?
Well, people are gonna wanna hear about the school,
Okay.
like you said,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna hear about zoning.
Okay, so zoning.
And I think those are the 2, right?
Right.
Well,
You guys want the top
well,
2 or
the other
three?
thing is, the other thing,
Traffic, curriculum
Who would
options.
we invite for traffic?
I don't know, maybe someone from the county, whoever's always.
does traffic fall under zoning?
English speaks, I think it's Sarah Baxter.
Does traffic fall under zoning? But while we're taking down these notes, I would think that when public comments come, they'll kind of narrow it down for us also.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, that part, okay.
So
we
zoning,
should-
what's the other 2 that you guys think? Top 3, zoning, traffic,
Traffic and curriculum.
curriculum.
Curriculum or programs, yes.
Yes, because I was pleasantly surprised when I
Well,
saw
and-
the PK
and the-
program.
and
at
the
Southview.
and the elementary
Oh, wow.
school, they want to know about the elementary school. I've heard some of
Say it
those
again?
things.
What was it?
The elementary school.
That's what we're talking about, yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
satellite.
That's what we're talking about.
You know, the Westlake Elementary School.
Okay.
So what are our 3 concerns specific to the elementary, which would be zoning, traffic, and what curriculum or programs they have?
That's it?
All right, perfect.
That's it.
Okay.
Good
Any
job,
other board member
good job.
concern? Input? Before we open it?
What?
So that we can continue to keep this moving. So we've heard from the board that you want to hear about zoning, curriculum and traffic. How about we just reach out to Ms. Andrews, secretary, and maybe she tell us who would be the proper people. And then that way we can continue to keep it moving forward.
Yeah.
That'd be Angela.
So add,
just
and
Andrews.
we'll reach out to.
Mhm.
Right.
Staff will go ahead and reach out. Yep. Staff will reach out and see, once we get the dates confirmed for when the next meeting is. In the meantime, we'll reach out to her executive assistant,
Yeah.
confirm who the appropriate people would be that can speak on these
Sure.
topics.
Sure.
And then we can invite them in when we have that date.
Awesome.
Okay?
So email draft the admin will reach out.
You don't even need to do an email at this point.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so do you want me to call Marcia?
No,
No, I will reach out.
they got it.
Okay.
They
All
got the
right,
ball.
thank you, that's
Let
good.
them have it.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right,
They got
that's
the
it for
ball.
that one, yeah.
anything else? So can we move now to, yes, everybody's hot topic that's in their seat that we're loving to hear. Public comments?
Good evening, Darlene Winooski, 5948 Buttonbush Drive. So I happen to be a principal of the local elementary school as well as one of the original residents in the hammocks. So I have a perspective from both education and as a resident.
Which elementary school?
Acreage Pines.
Oh, okay.
So just a couple things that you guys touched on tonight. As far as getting information out about your spirit night, that's what we usually call it when you go to a restaurant and they give back. Don't limit yourself to what's right here. People will travel for that. I can tell you that Texas Roadhouse has an excellent program already established. So if you express your interest to them, not only will they come out with a whole folder for you, they'll bring you hot rolls, and they already have programs in place. Also, don't rule out food trucks. Food trucks are great about coming and giving a percentage back, and that's right here in your city. So reach out, Chick-fil-A will do that, and I know they've already been coming on Mondays, so you might want to inquire, hey, you're here on Mondays, how about giving something back to our schools? Also, it doesn't have to be a big restaurant. Loxahatchee Ice Cream, Royal Palm Ice Cream, those little quick places are a great way to generate funds, and people will stop and do that after dance, after sports. So those are great ideas. The best way to get it out there is social media blast through your local schools. Flyers go home in backpacks and they wind up on the street. They wind up in the garbage. The parents don't check them till 2 weeks after. So yeah, if you're going to do flyers at all, I would say just leave them on the counter. When parents are signing out their kids, they'll grab a flyer. That's the only way a flyer is super effective right now. Scoreboard, there's a lot that goes into naming rights. And having your name up there, that has to all run through the county and be approved by the school board. So don't focus too much on that as your primary project because there's a lot that goes into that. And then you're also pigeonholing yourself to only supporting athletics as opposed to supporting an entire student body. As far as your traffic with the new school, I agree. People want to know what programs you're going to offer. VPK, there's a huge need for autism classes. My school serves the students that are diagnosed with autism or show characteristics of autism for our city. So they are usually sent over to our school. I have about 50 students, 48 students that are either accessing my VPK program, my choice program, or my autism units right down at Acreage Pines. Those are 3 big programs that you want to look at having here at your school. Traffic, PBSO, they are working huge with their outreach. So they just hosted all of the Western community principals because they are expanding their outreach. For each school, they pulled up our maps, they reviewed our traffic, they went over solutions, they went over what problems we were having, and we had a very collaborative conversation. I'm happy to,
Name for
I
that?
don't have it with me, but I'm happy to
Oh, thank
get
you.
that
Yeah.
to you. They're really trying to
Great.
expand their outreach. And if you want a lot of people to give input on these things, maybe have them send you slides and then you can just review the information they sent you quickly. Okay.
That was great. And all that, Odette?
If you give me another 3 minutes, I'll
I think you had.
Oh, wait, that was only 3 minutes. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was faster.
Yeah. I'm like, keep going. What are you doing?
I don't know that I can talk as fast as her, but I'm going to try. Jennifer Bermudez, 10691 Whippoorwill Circle. So I also work for Acreage Pines Elementary. I am the ESC coordinator there, and I do agree. We have units there, and all of Westlake's students that have that need are coming to our school. So that's something I'm hoping. Well, and I was a previous board member too. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was proposing that we consider a program like the Ron Clark House Academy system at this new school that we're going to have. It's completely transformative. It has transformed our school in so many different ways. Some of the benefits are stronger sense of community, positive school culture, motivation, engagement, character development, equity, inclusion, all of that stuff. All of our students are, involved. Our families are involved. Our teachers are heavily involved in this program. They're all sorted into different houses, and they work together to achieve goals. So it has improved grades, attendance, has promoted leadership in our school, which ultimately led to a change in our choice program. So we have a leadership program at our school. It's been completely incredible. So I'd love to see that program come to our new school, which will be here right around the corner, actually. So 2027. Saddleview has also opened up they opened up their school with this program. I do have a contact in the district. She'd be someone that I think would be great at a meeting like this. She can come talk about the program, especially if we have families, more people involved in the meetings, just hearing about it and how great it is. Her name is Kristen Rulson. Rulson is her last name. But she'd be someone that I think you should invite to your next meeting with all these other people. And thank you.
Yeah, I'm seeing so much of the health system pop up everywhere now too, like Wellington Landing, like it's everywhere.
There's
Yeah.
27 schools in the district doing
That's
it.
awesome. I remember when Brandy was going to the training, she was going to Atlanta for it.
Ron Clark Academy, yeah.
Is that, it's a what?
It's called the house system.
It's like a mini Hogwarts.
I can tell you about it.
The principal won't even be chosen by that date, I don't think, right?
They
I
told
think
us
so.
fall, like they would start like the back end stuff, so.
Yeah, so I think it would be hearing what kinds of programs, would be wanted and.
And I'm sorry, you said Ralston?
Rulson, R-U-L-S-O-N, no, R-U-L-L-I-S-O-N.
Rulison,
That's spelled R-U-L-L-I-S-O-N.
You can always reach out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you, everybody. Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. Okay, so my first question is, and I hate to be that guy, but like, who am I kidding? I am this guy. But like, I was just looking up the absence policy in the ordinance, and I didn't see it at all. So I'm thinking it was for the art in public places, because I do remember there being an absence policy. So I'm just kind of curious how okay, all right. All right, she's on it. She's on it. And then also, the Roger Dean Stadium thing, we're coming out of baseball season, so now would be the time to get that set up for next year. And then, so then also, I love coming to these meetings. They're super like fun and jovial, but they're kind of bloated and disorganized. And I kind of wondered, why isn't Roger Dean Stadium on the agenda? Why isn't picking the date for this Palm Beach County school meeting, picking the date, why wasn't that on the agenda? It seems like there's a lot of rehashed information going on. So I'm kind of curious, who was the secretary, or how do we get all of this information kind of in one spot? Because you're right, Marcia Andrews did give you all of the names and information for everyone that we're supposed to reach out to for this meeting already. So I would hate for the city to have to redo that work if it's already been done. So I'm just wondering how we can make the meetings a little more effective and efficient, just for everyone's sake. Starbucks, Leslie knows the owner personally.
Okay, Ricketts?
Yeah. And then also, as far as the restaurant thing goes, I think an issue we're having here is we're kind of tripping all over ourselves, just trying to make things perfect. They don't have to be perfect. I say just hit the ground running. The first few events might be really unsuccessful, but at least you guys learn the ropes. We get the communication back and forth between the city, and we just start making it happen. So, I would say just go in there, be a killer. Hey, we're Westlake, EAB. I know that, Jabrewski's, they have like Tuesdays, 10.99 pizzas or something. And then their Fridays are also very busy, but that's up to them. Like ideally, we would get a cut of Tuesdays or Fridays, but, say we're flexible, but we're cognizant that you have these days, these deals going on. We would like to do it as soon as possible, these hours, what have you. But, have something in mind. If they want to pick a date there, pick a date, and let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I agree. I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Because I had the same question about the agenda and everything. So maybe we can answer that question. Like, how does that work? How is the?
Thanks, and you guys, sorry, let me get, yeah, down here. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. How is that? I don't know how any of that is formulated. So how does it work?
I send the agenda
Okay,
to Odette or Zoe
Okay.
or
and
whatever.
then they send it back.
Yeah, so if you have some ideas that you want for the learning, there's more flexibility to add other things. Even, at the point where the first draft goes out. But certainly you can email them and then they'll email me and then we'll put them on the agenda. I'm just trying to remember what's
Yeah.
on the agenda without any of the minutes or anything.
Okay. Are we able to, at the end of one meeting, propose a draft agenda for the next meeting? Or is it something that you do at the end of the meeting? And then once we see the tentative agenda, then we give feedback? Like, how does that work?
So based on your discussions as a board, if there's something that needs to go on the agenda, as it would be board consensus to put it on the agenda. So based on your discussions, if it's clear, we're going to put it on the agenda. But what has been happening is the board chair has been providing us with what needs to go on the next agenda. So we prepare the agenda. Now, we can't change the agenda up until the day before. The agenda is noted as a tentative agenda, so things can change. You can add something in the agenda the day of the meeting, as that's why you also approve the agenda. So if there's an item that was missed or something that you need to speak on at that meeting, you can make a motion to add it to the agenda at that time. But generally, we try to get the agenda out a week before in order for everyone to review it. If there's any backup materials, give you the opportunity to go over it and ask any questions.
Correct. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I could certainly use some help on the agenda. I usually have to do it before the minutes come out. So sometimes I do miss, something that we've talked
Okay.
about. But if people on the board here could have input, that would help. Problem is, you can't send me an email. It's gotta go through them and then to me. Yeah, a lot of the slowness of what we do is going to the board every time we want to talk about something different, yeah.
But I was gonna say also, if it helps, the video is always up the very next day. So you guys can always review your meeting, listen to it, see what you spoke about, points and things like that. So that may also help you with your
It's
agenda.
on the next day.
It'll be out tomorrow morning.
Anybody else have any comments?
So my question, I have a question. So if we had a secretary, and she reviewed the video, or he reviewed the video the next day, and then we pulled out some points, how would we get them to you all as potential to go to the agenda? Like, we saw the video and say, okay, we need to touch on these. Do we have to come to you all first before it goes to the chair?
Yes.
Yeah, everything has to go to them.
Okay,
Then they can disseminate the information.
right,
But I think the problem is when we have a lot of questions,
yep,
things get lost. Like we
Yep.
send to them, they get sent, and they may not get answered. So I think having like a set, like if you have concerns or questions, maybe just doing it in one email and then that can be disseminated. But ideally, I mean, I would like our agenda to be like follow up from what we're leaving off on. If that makes sense. And then if there are any new items.
Okay.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Still got a minute and a half left, right? Jennifer Bermudez, 10691 Whipple Circle. I was just wanting to add that just having the members that, we're all, chatting about here next month or as soon as we can, it's going to be very important. Because this school is set to break ground, March. So that's going to, it's right around the corner. And I have a feeling that in our community, there's going to be a lot of involvement and people with opinions and things, they're going to want to share what they want. So I think it'll be important to push, I don't know how, this next meeting to have more community involvement, parents, teachers in the community. There's plenty of us, here, so that these people that are present at this meeting can also hear the feedback from, the community and input from the community.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And in the last meeting, we were discussing that, one of my biggest things was the ESC community, because that's, obviously my field that I work in, including gifted. And so that was also a big thing that was a topic, because our gifted theater school is all the way in Royal Palm. So, we have a lot of Westlake students that are there, just trying to get a feeler out. BPK, obviously, we have you guys, we have Logs Pros, but Logs Pros is really like an ESC, and it's like it's mainly an ESC program. It's like the Helpline, So yeah, okay. So we'll need your help to put the word out there.
Okay, are there any additional comments from the board? Well, can we move forward with board member comments, reports, and updates?
I think you did that, and that was just public comment, so.
That was
we're
it.
good to adjourn.
That was it.
Me too, yeah. Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. I do think it's a good idea to maybe during board comments, say the items that you caught during the meeting that need to be talked about and go on the agenda for the next meeting. We don't have to do that today, obviously, but I think that'd be a good time to kind of summarize so that it's not all put on, Dr. Kaplan's shoulders or whatever.
Right. It says updates, so that's when we need to take effect. Whatever you have as a board member, you should be able to roll it up in the update.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the meeting, so, everything's been discussed and we know, we got to, address this next week, next
Correct.
month or whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
If that-
thank you.
Can I make some comments still? There is an attendance guideline. This is something that I was going to talk about at the last meeting, but we had already adjourned. And I don't know, I believe tell me if I have it right, Zoe, if you miss 2 consecutive meetings, that can be cause for dismissal from the board. Is that correct?
That is correct. Or a failure to attend more than one half of the meeting scheduled in the calendar year.
Right. So my concern about all this is from your folks' viewpoint. I think when you came onto the committee, we talked about meeting quarterly. There was some comment about additional meetings as needed. So, I don't know if that makes it difficult for some people that the meetings are more frequently. It looks like we're almost meeting every other month. Does that impact what the ordinance says?
I believe, considering that your meeting more often, I believe that would fall into the secondary
The
part,
calendar
where
year.
you're going to attend more than one half of the meetings. So then we have to look at the calendar year and see how many meetings you've actually met and how many whoever has missed would become so that.
Okay. All right, so do we want to have, I think we should have another meeting before the date of this meeting, whenever that will be. So it would be probably early October.
I guess my question is, what's the purpose of that meeting?
Well, we'd have to kind of talk about what's the setup for that big meeting that we're having with the community.
What do you mean by setup? Like who's gonna come?
Hopefully, we know by then.
Yeah,
who
well,
the-
they're reaching out
They're
to
reaching out,
Marsha,
yeah.
yeah, they're gonna reach out to her to get our contacts. And then, we invite them and then we have the draft of like kind
Right,
of what,
right.
what's expected of them. We have our top 3. I think we've pretty
Well,
much mapped
yeah,
out that meeting.
that's good for that, but we don't have any updates on what the outreach for the restaurants was, so I'm hoping that we can do that in another meeting.
Gotcha.
I mean, we've got to move
Um,
forward on this.
We still have to get approval for digital.
We have,
We can, but I think we can still, get those people that are interested, getting dates from them.
I think in the spirit of not trying to be perfect and just doing it, we have 2 restaurants already that have said yes. We have 2 restaurants and we're saying one is in October, one is in November. We've already talked about dates, so I think
Well,
we
with
can
that-
go forth with those.
All
And
right,
then
you want to
after
go,
that,
you want to go forth with mine,
Yes.
Right.
But just remember,
Louis,
we have
fine.
to get the digital flyer approved, because if we get dates, we have no way of.
Well, that's
advertising.
gonna have to go on the agenda. for the
Okay.
board meeting. And you guys
Okay.
can come to a board meeting once in a while if you want to get a sense of how that all goes. You know,
Right,
All right.
yeah.
I can be there.
I just had one additional comment and, I think it was on the agenda and then we removed it because she wasn't coming, but it wasn't, I think it was a misunderstanding for how it was written. Linda Edgecombe, called me from Golden Grove, your Golden Grove. And she had questions about how many people are additionally moving into Westlake? And I said, that's an interesting question. She was asking because she's way behind in the number of students that have signed up so far. And I guess that affects your budgets. Is that correct? And I said, that's an interesting question. I said, I don't know exactly how I would find that out, but let me look. To make a long story short, I just marched over to Minto one day and I happened to meet a guy in the front desk who was very accommodating and he gave me the figures to give to her. But I was a little surprised that she called me. Is that your school?
Yes.
Golden Grove. So I didn't redirect her because I didn't want to need more
Yeah.
time. She had a deadline at when she had to get that information in, but I think you need to revisit that so that she knows, and that's true of all the schools that we have, so that they know if you have any questions, that
Right.
they can contact you, and they can do that directly. It doesn't have to go
I
through
think that's
me or go
a
through the-
district-wide issue though, like the low enrollment number. I think Palm Beach is down 6,000. 6,000 kids.
Yeah.
So,
So, throughout Florida.
I'm wondering, I didn't, aside from the data, I didn't think of this at the time, but I'm wondering if a lot of it doesn't have to do with parents wanting to homeschool their kids.
yeah, that's it. Or private school. It's
Or
a
private
family
school,
empowerment
yeah.
scholarship, yeah.
There
you go.
All right, so I guess I move that we end the meeting. Do I have a motion? We don't need a motion.
No.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your feedback.
The gavel. She's supposed to hit the gavel.
Take a